Hey, what is going on everyone? My name is Tamer and welcome back to another episode of I Talk Tech. In this video, I'll be giving you my top 10 favorite apps for the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. Now before I do begin, I know you guys don't like to include games into this list, but this game is actually really special. It's called Remember the Dot, and I really can't get enough of this game. It's super fun and super addicting, and my high score is 6 points. Yes, it's 6 points only. Now, the developers of this game have actually contacted me and like to set up a giveaway with this game. So, if you can score over 10 on this game, which is beating my high score by 4 points, if you can score 10, then go ahead and take a picture of your phone that shows that you scored 10, as well as a piece of paper that says your Twitter username, and go ahead and tweet that out to me at iTalkTechYT. The links will all be in the description to go ahead and download this app, as well as my Twitter account will be linked down below. So go ahead and check it out, but without further ado, let's go ahead and see my top 10 apps for the Galaxy S7. So the first app we're going to be going over is called AdBlock. Now this allows you to use the fingerprint scanner on your device to use it for things other than just unlocking your device. Now it will be able to unlock certain applications that are found on your device that mean a lot to you, so you want to back them up with a lot of security, and what better security can you get than your own finger? So if you just go ahead and log into the app, you'll be able to see a whole list of all the applications you have currently installed in your device. Then you can go ahead and toggle which apps you want to have secured by your fingerprint. Once you go ahead and toggle that, you can go and head back to your app, and if you click on that app, it will go ahead and launch up a screen where it will be asking you to input your fingerprint, and that way it will give you access to that app. So the next app we're going to be going over is called Doze. Now the main feature of Doze is that it will actually help save your battery life. Now while the Galaxy S7 Edge battery life is pretty good, we could all use some extra battery. Now Doze is actually pretty cool. It limits the internet connection by creating a VPN, a virtual private network. That way it blocks out all the internet connections that are currently running on your phone. You can actually save battery by having apps blocked out of connecting to the internet. This means that the phone's going to have to do less processing, and it's never going to have to connect to unnecessary internet that it doesn't need to. So there's also a feature where you can add an active apps list, which are apps that you don't want to have ever to be blocked by the VPN. Now you can go ahead and set that by putting on the settings bar, which will allow you to set which apps you want to be active throughout the entire device. Moving on, the next app is called CamScanner. Now I literally have a printer/scanner combo that costs about $400, and this app can do a better scanning job than that printer. So what it is, it basically converts your camera, and it converts pictures that you take on your camera into actually professionally scanned photos. This will be able to take any regular pictures of documents, and you can go ahead and save those as PDFs and go ahead and share those with family, friends, businesses, co-workers, anything. It's super simple, and the way that it works is unbelievable. You just take a quick picture. Even if your picture didn't come out perfect, the CamScanner will do its magic touch-up, and it'll be able to convert your picture into a really professional, nice-looking PDF. That way you can go ahead and send it off to whoever you like. Now the next app I'll be going over is called Notepad+. Now this is actually my favorite note-taking app that is currently available on the Play Store. It's so simple to use, and it's packed with tons of features that you really can't go wrong with this. It's way better than the stock regular notes app that comes with phones these days. It just adds a level of easiness and features to it that you really couldn't get with the stock notes app. So you'll be able to create regular types of notes, whether you want white paper, whether you want lined paper, whether you want college ruled. It's all in there. You just select what type of paper you want. And you can go ahead and start adding text. You can start drawing. You can start putting pictures, anything you like. And the best thing is you can format how you want your notes to look like. So I can move text box over here. I can draw over here. I can place a picture and scale it down into this left bottom corner. Anything you've ever wanted in a note, it's in here, and it's really easy to use. Alright, now the next app is called Tapit. Now if you're anybody like me, I get really tired of backgrounds and wallpapers on my phone pretty easily. I'm constantly looking for new wallpapers, and I love that flat look that Android Marshmallow and Android Lollipop have been having. So I really like those types of wallpapers, and this app is really cool. Developers have been able to make an algorithm which will be able to simulate tons, I think thousands of patterns just from using computer algorithm. It'll be able to give you a unique wallpaper that has a flat look to it and any type of color and any type of shape and design. It's super amazing. All you do is you use a couple of hand gestures, whether that's swiping to the right or swiping to the left or swiping up and down in order to change designs as well as the color patterns that are on that background. Then once you find that perfect color combination, you go ahead and click that check mark and it'll automatically set it as your background. Now the cool thing about this is that there's also a feature where you can have the app randomly select wallpapers at a time interval. That means every day it will develop a new wallpaper for you, or you can even have it set for whenever you turn off your phone and turn it back on, it will randomly set a wallpaper. The next app has been my personal favorite photo editing app for the past year. So it's called Snapseed. Now what it is, it's basically a photo editor that puts all the features you ever wanted in a photo editor all into a simple and really nice looking UI. So you start off by choosing a photo, and then you're going to be able to access different types of editing tools. There's so many options here for editing your photos, it's literally unbelievable, but they make it look so simple. So for example, we want to tune this image right here. All we do is we click tune image, and now we get to access different types of controls that we can have in order to tune our image. Now the cool thing is the UI allows for gestures such as swiping left and right, which will control the value amount of that tool, but you can also swipe up and down in order to change the type of tool that you're using, whether you want to change brightness, whether you want to change contrast. It's a very simple UI, and there's so many tons of features that you can pack into here, basically allowing you to create the ultimate picture that you wanted. You can also go ahead and add filters to your liking, and overall it's a really great photo editing app that I love to use. And it's been mainly the only photo editing app I've used for the past couple of months. Alright, so the next app is called Weather 360. Now I'm constantly checking weather. I live in Maryland and the weather is up and down every day. Some days you get warm, some days you get cold, so you're constantly checking weather. Now, as you can see, I have it set to Los Angeles for some reason, but as we can see, the UI is just beautiful on this weather app. Everything is so clean and so vibrant. It really just pops at you, and it's super easy to navigate around. There's only 3 panels in here, and just swiping between them just gives you all the information you want at the tip of your fingers. So as you can see in the front UI, you get all the weather that you need for that day, as well as some type of information such as how the cloudy is, whether it's cloudy, whether it's sunny, and what it feels like outside. Swiping over to the right, you get a little bit more detailed, such as hourly, so that way you get to see what every hour is going to look like, whether you're going to see rain in the next couple of hours or not. And if you swipe over again to the next screen, you get your 10-day weather forecast, so you can see how the weather is going to be like for the rest of the week. So this is a really great app, and I love the UI. It's so super simple to use, and overall, a really great app. Okay, moving on. The next one is actually not an app technically, but it's called Flexi. Now, Flexi is a keyboard that you can add onto Android, and I think it's the best keyboard that's out there. The autocorrect on here is just amazing, and it basically picks up everything you're trying to type. You can type super fast. Like, I type really fast, but I'm always making mistakes, and Flexi can easily pick that up without doing those stupid autocorrect things where it changes dog to fog or something like that. So it's a really cool app, and I love the way that it looks. It's super flat and super simple. You can go ahead and customize what colors you want on it too. And there's also allowed for different gestures, such as swiping right on the keyboard, which will add a space, and swiping left on the keyboard will also remove the word that was right behind it. So a really great keyboard. This is probably my favorite keyboard I've been using lately. Now the next app is called Clipboard Actions. Now I'm constantly copying text and managing them and pasting them over here and sending them off to my friends, some different types of copied text I found on the internet or through text messages. But sometimes it's just too much to handle, and you're just going to have to be constantly holding down, pressing copy, holding down again, pressing paste, and just trying to navigate everything around it. So this is super simple. What it'll do is it'll take your clipboard or whatever you copied, and basically if you slide down, it'll add a feature onto your notification settings. Now this will allow you to basically be able to control what you want to do with that copied text. Now you can either share it, or you can go ahead and translate whatever that copied text is, and a bunch of other things, such as even shortening a URL, which is super useful. Alright, the last app we're going to be talking about is called Twilight. So I've been using this for the past year. Now if you're like me, I use my phone at night constantly. Now the problem with using your phone at night is that it emits a lot of blue light from your display. Now that blue light will actually prevent you from going to sleep. So if you ever notice that when you ever use the phone at night, you can't really go to sleep right quickly after. That's because of that blue light. It's really irritating to your eyes, and it's not easy to go to sleep right after looking at your display. Now what Twilight does is that it removes all that blue light and it brings back red light. Now red light will actually help you go to sleep. It'll help produce melatonin, which will help you go to sleep quicker. Now, it's really simple to use. You just got to set your color temperature, the intensity, and how dim you want your screen to be set. And you can also go ahead and change what times you want the display to be changed, whether you want it all the times to be at red light, or whether you just want it at night, or whenever you set your alarm. So that wraps up my top 10 favorite apps for the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. Now do remember to go down below and hit that like button, as well as subscribing to this channel, and also remember to go ahead and download that game that I talked about in the beginning in order to be entered for a $50 Amazon gift card. So see you guys in the next one. Peace.